G'day, Ben from Melbourne here. Just when you bloody thought it was finished, another vinyl tag. But it's a punk rock one. I couldn't resist. I'd watched Vinyl Richie's, that was a good one. Berwickshire Mike, that was a good one. And also Nick's Vinyl Buddy, which was the grumpy version, as he called it. Had a great rant in there. I thoroughly encourage you to check that one out. And, in the comments, I think it was on Berwickshire Mike's one, I was like, great stuff, blah, blah. And then Tommy, who started it from Tommy's Vinyl Naught, is that how you say it? Vinyl Naught. Got in the comments and said I should do one and do an Australian focus one. And I thought, well, that's what I do, Australian stuff, so I may as well. And because it's punk, there will be rules broken because we're here to smash the system, kids. I'm not showing albums, I'm showing 7 inches because that is the ultimate punk rock format in my humble opinion, except for maybe a couple in there which aren't, but mostly 7-inch systems. So systems, 7-inch records, you dickhead. Right, so these are the questions. Let's get into it. There might be goggle wearage and removalage as we go. All right, we'll try and do it fast, but there is 20 questions, mind you. Show the loudest, dirtiest, most pissed off punk record of 2023. Now, this is an interesting question because first of all, I was like, hardcore punk came straight to mind, but it's like, no. The mighty Split Systems 7-inch, which came out last year. And there's an urgency to the way they play, and especially the vocals. Like, that is some serious pissed offness. Out on the Street is this 7-inch, if you're wondering, on the great Legless label, doing some cool punk rock stuff in this here country. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like nasty. It's still like, it's got hooks and stuff because that's what Split System do, but this is a banging 7-inch. It's pretty loud. I'm sure it would have been in the room. Show the reissue or compilation punk record of 2023. This was so easy. It should be in print all the time. The Saints, I'm Stranded, backed with No Time. Reissued by In the Red. Already sold out. Put it back out. Put out their first 3 records, god damn it. They need to be in print all the time. World's greatest punk band. First punk band. Yeah, I'm saying it. They were playing this song when they were Kid Galahad back in 73 or 4 or something like that. So this is the shit as far as I'm concerned. Best punk single of all time, or as NME said, of this week or any other week. Closely followed by The Damned's New Roses, pretty damn good. Not saying the other ones are bad, but this is just the shit, as far as I'm concerned. Gonna take a long time if I rant on every question like that. Show a punk record from a band that made a comeback. Well, because they're so punk, they just released a 7-inch, and it was The Victims came back. The mighty Perth band led by Dave Faulkner. And so it was Dave Faulkner and James Baker, the original drummer, helped out by Ray Arn from the Hard-Ons. And this is Girls Don't Go for Punks, and Victim is the B-side. And it's a killer track too. And it's on a very bright orange vinyl. This was on In the Red as well. It's like they still got it. Oh, did I say Dave Faulkner is the Hoodoo Gurus frontman, and James Baker, of course, played in every band from Perth, The Scientists, The Cheap and Nasties, I think, as well, The Victims, of course, early version of Hoodoo Gurus, B Suburban, and a million other things. Okay, show a punk record from 1984. Well, almost King Punk. Rob Younger of Radio Birdman released this banger like a curse with his new outfit, the New Crust, which featured a young Charlie Owen who plays on a hell of a lot of great stuff and became the replacement guitarist in the B Suburban in the 90s once Kim Salmon left. Killer. I think this is on Citadel as well. Oh yeah. Great record label. Buy anything with that label. Show a D-beat, crust punk or record that is just pure punk and roll. Like Nick from Nick Vinyl's buddy said, what the fuck does that mean? Crust punk? Alright, well I'm gonna go. This is the best I can do. So I don't know what the hell that means. So I'm gonna go with the Onyas and their 7-inch beer gut, because I am guaranteeing when you pull that dart out of his belly button, there'll be some serious crust on that bad boy. Wouldn't want to put your lips around that, would you? Next, show a live concert punk record. Couldn't believe that this was so easy to do. The Scientists with a live 7-inch, goggles going on. Just so I can tell, this is originally on All Go Go. This was recorded at the Prince of Wales in Melbourne in 1983. And so it's got When Worlds Collide backed with Ghost Train. Banger. There's some live pictures. So the mighty Scientists. Show a coloured record that looks like vomit. Well, Dead Rue by the Cosmic Psychos. That's enough to make you vomit if you see the carnage of roadkill on the side of the roads there. But it's all about the colour. Pink. So, you know how, it's mystifying that no matter what you've eaten, even if you haven't had carrots for 6 months, they'll still appear in your spew. But there's also that, who knows what that other goo is, which is kind of a pinkish colour. Too much information? Maybe. Show a punk record cover with a leather jacket, skulls, mohawk hairstyle. Yeah, this kind of pisses me off because the leather jacket and the mohawk especially is, to me, when punk become fucked. Because it become codified, it become about a look and a sound, whereas punk before that, all of the bands were brilliant and they all sound very different, and they shared one thing, and that was their attitude. That's why the greatest punk band of all, the Saints, couldn't fit in over in England because they didn't have spiky hair and wear bondage pants and shit like that. But they had it in spades with the attitude, and their response was just to be even more awesome and release 3 great records. But what are you going to do? But after that little rant, I will show you some skulls. Something strange just happened then. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to answer the rest of the questions. I just lost them. Where are you? Here we go. We are back. Sorry about that brief intermission. All right, hard-ons. Skulls and a guitar right in the vajiji. That looks painful. So you can see the boys have got that looks pretty skull-like to me. This is of course the Girl in a Sweater. Great punk single. She's not wearing a sweater. And another one, just if you don't think that's good enough, also by the great Hard-Ons. There's no skulls on the front, but that's certainly a freaking skull on the back with the very PC Suck and Swallow. Great band. Next, show a DIY style punk cassette tape or mixtape. Now you might say this isn't a punk band, but they definitely played with punk energy live, and that's the Sunny Boys with the cassette live in concert. Recorded at Melbourne University, so I'm not sure, let's call it more of a gig than a concert if you're playing there. 1981, I think that says. And it's very DIY, called Illegal and Free. Oh my god, I didn't even bother to make a tape cover to make anything for the tape. It's like flat out bootleg DIY shit. Great stuff though. What else? Show a book for punks. Well, maybe you should stop just reading about music. Read a little bit about history. Learn something. This is a book called The Lucky Country, which I would say is a great book to read because it will show this lucky country in a whole new light to you, and probably not a favourable one. Should be more of this shit about Australia. It's not the land of milk and honey that everyone thinks that it is. But this is a classic book. Get an education, punks. Don't just read punk books, is the message. Show a t-shirt or merch that you bought from a gig. Now, I don't do the rock t-shirt thing because I am the king of shirts. As you see, or shirt master general, if you will. But I can do one. Many, many years ago, I purchased this t-shirt in the 90s, an Orgogo t-shirt, which was the Orgogo label and store. And Orgogo certainly put out its fair share of awesome punk rock records in the 80s and 90s. So I'm going to go with the Orgogo label t-shirt. Okay, show a record that have a song about Me Too or punks too. Now, I don't know if this strictly is, but I'm going to say Brat Faraz, Burn Everything Down, which on Total BS Records, which, as it says, it's like burn everything down and start all over again because there's too much bullshit out there. All right, show a record that has a full punk attitude, but it is in another genre. Well, 60s rock and roll, Purple Hearts cover of Just a Little Bit. If that's not got punk attitude up the ass, I don't know what does. This is a ripping song. Check it out. I'm sure on one of my old videos there's actually a soundbite of it. Amazing, on the Sunshine label too. Show a punk record that you have the most different versions. Why in the hell? Well, you're gonna have to trust me on this because I haven't got handy my CDs and tapes. They're like in a big box, which I would have to dig through a storage unit, which I'm not going to do. So I'm going to show you 3 versions of the same single, of course by the greatest punk band in the world, The Saints. And why would I have 3 versions? Easy, because it's The Saints. Enough said. Show a punk record with a president or a leader. Straight away this come to mind for some reason. You'd be like, what president or what leader is on this mighty leather towel 7-inch? Well, of course. Is that one? Yeah. It's Big Arnie, the Governator. There you go. Leader. Show a punk prove that you are not just an old fart. Show a fresh release from a punk band that is about half your age. It's all I've been fucking showing mainly. I always show new shit. But anyway, in the name of that, on young punk label Goodbye Boozy, I think these dudes are from Perth. Of course, it's mastered by Mikey Young. Quinks. Now, this is kind of like almost swings, but it's like the vocals are so aggressive. Yeah, this is a rockin' friggin' awesome slab of modern punk, if you want to know what the kids are doing. And there's the very expensive Quinks Goodbye Boozy stamp on the label. Right, what is next? Show a record that you are waiting to be released in 2024. Well, because I took so long to do this, I have been waiting on the follow-up to the mighty Split Systems Volume 1. And because I've been waiting so long, what do you know? My dreams have come true, and Volume 2 is now in my hot little hands. Just got it this week. This week? Well, I got it recently anyway. Ooh, yes. This is probably going to be on a shed burner and is already high up on the best records of the year list for me. Right, your favorite punk lyrics of all time. Well, some people got all heavy and deep and political, but I just like these lyrics of Radio Birdman's New Race. I don't think anything says it better than, yeah, hup, really gonna punch you out. Fantastic shit. Or X, At Home With You, with the mighty Degenerate Boy. With, I'm paraphrasing here, so if I get it wrong, you get the gist. Which I always love these lyrics. Love these lyrics. Not probably particularly PC, but I dig them. The one where it's like, I got no money, I can't pay my rent. Last week's dole check, up my arm it went. I got no money, I take the bus, or is it, I got no car, I take the bus. You can shove your Mercedes right up your ass. Somehow, Ian Rowland manages to make ass and Mercedes rhyme. No. You know what I'm trying, bus and ass. Anyway, getting off track. I'm a dirty, degenerate boy. Great lyrics. And last question, we got there. Thanks if you made it all the way. Show a punk rock record that describes the current state of the vinyl community. Now, the fact that I show just Australian music, a little bit of New Zealand stuff, and most of it is off the radar. I don't often show the biggest bands like AC/DC, or, you know, show things like In Excess or Crowded House or Little River Band or blah blah blah, because I fucking hate all that shit. So I don't know where I was going with that, but because I don't show all that stuff, I feel like I'm on a little island and I am stranded far, far from home. All right, and for no particular reason other than I want to show off, here's a few random classic punk singles. Birthday Party, Release the Bats. My Pal by God. Fun Things with Lipstick, back with Savage. Radio Birdman's Aloha Stephen Dano. And let's just round things out with the victim's television addict. Check out Tommy, check out this thread, do one yourself. Thanks for checking this one out. See you in the next one.